When you step onto your college campus for the first time, you'll be able to smell it in the air. Freedom. But freedom is a two-sided coin. On one side, there's having pizza delivered to the dorm every night. On the other side is paying for all of those pizzas, not to mention taking out loans, filing taxes, managing credit cards, and making budgets to pay for stuff other than pizza, like, college. If most of that sounds like old news, we've got a different video for you. But if not, stick around. I'm Erica Brzozowski, and this is everything you need to know about college finances for beginners. While ordering pizza every night sounds like a peak college experience, it can have consequences like emptying your bank account and making you sick of pizza. A true tragedy. But it doesn't have to be that way. By learning the ins and outs of what's going on with your money, aka financial literacy, you can get ready to make the financial choices that are right for you and your budget, lifestyle, and taste in late night snacks. So, if you've got your slice at the ready, let's get into it. A college degree is one of the biggest purchases you'll make in your life. And like any big purchase, you're gonna wanna understand what you're getting into before you sign up for your classes. And I don't just mean the 200 pages of reading per week for your lit seminar. Every college student has to pay tuition, which is the cost of all the college classes you take in a semester. But college also comes with other expenses not included in a school's tuition price, like housing, food, transportation, and textbooks. When you add up all these associated costs to that sticker price of tuition, it gives you the total cost of attendance. In the United States, the average cost of attendance at public in-state universities is $27,146 a year. To put it in perspective, that's equivalent to 4,183 Taco Bell Crunch Wraps, or 271 pairs of Adidas Sambas, or about 16 months of rent for a one-bedroom apartment. And cost of attendance at a private school, that's closer to 9,033 Crunch Wraps, 586 Adidas Sambas, 34 months of rent, or $58,628 a year. And while you aren't actually going to buy thousands of Crunch Wraps, probably, thinking about college costs in terms of how many beef-filled pockets of heaven you could buy, or how many months of a roof over your head you could afford, can help you grasp the value of the money you're spending on your degree. And that can help you make crucial decisions, like what school to attend and how to pay for it. If you're paying for college yourself, knowing the total cost of attendance can help you choose a school that meets your financial and educational needs. Even if your family is helping pay for some, or all, of college, knowing the cost of attendance lets you have conversations with your loved ones about your degree's price tag and how much everyone is willing and able to contribute to it. The good news is that most college students and their families don't have to pay every penny all on their own. Enter financial aid. Financial aid is money from outside your family coffers that helps you pay for college. It generally falls into two categories: funding that you eventually have to pay back, and funding that you don't have to pay back. Scholarships are a kind of financial aid you don't have to pay back. They're basically monetary gifts to help you pay for your tuition and other expenses. They can come from all kinds of sources, including private businesses, the government, or the college you're attending. There are also different types. Like merit-based scholarships are awarded for things like excellent grades, test scores, or community service, while need-based scholarships are given based on your financial situation, like family income and the cost of attendance at your school. There are even scholarships you can earn based on your skills or hobbies, like athletics or club participation. But while scholarships might be the most sought-after type of financial aid, they're not the only kind. Student loans are another type of financial aid, one that allows you to borrow money to pay for college. But just like when you borrowed your brother's Nintendo Switch, you will be expected to give it back down the line. Like with scholarships, there are a few kinds of student loans, and they each might work a little differently. Like there are direct loans, which are special loans for college students given out by the federal government and paid right to your school. But there are also private loans, which come from banks, credit unions, and other private lenders, which might go straight into your own bank account. And while all student loans charge interest, exactly how they go about it can differ too. Some loans begin charging interest while you're still in school, while others, like federal subsidized loans, often hold off on charging interest until after you graduate. Even interest rates themselves might differ, with some rates being fixed, which means they'll stay the same forever, or variable, which means they might go up based on what's going on with the economy in general. Understanding exactly which type of student loans you're taking out is going to be really important as you make your plan to pay them back. Like, some students might make small payments on their student loans while they're still in college, and it's definitely a good idea to think about how those loan repayments are going to factor into your budget after you graduate before you sign that paperwork. I'm still working on paying mine off. If you're looking at financial aid, you're going to want to fill out a form called the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, or the FAFSA, to see if you're eligible. And if you want to learn more, we've got a whole video on it here. But things like private scholarships, grants, and loans might have their own application processes. But paying for school isn't the only financial task ahead of you. There's also, everything else. First of all, if you don't have one already, college is a great time to set up a bank account. Banks sometimes offer special accounts for college students that come with beginner-friendly perks, like no-fee overdraft policies. They're also usually easier to apply for than other kinds of bank accounts. All you're going to need is an official ID, proof of enrollment, contact information, and money for your first deposit. Along with opening a bank account, you can consider applying for a credit card. Making small purchases on credit and then paying off your balance every month can help you build your credit score, which will come in handy when it comes time to do other adult things like rent an apartment. Like your spiffy new bank account, there are credit cards specifically made for students, which you can qualify for without a credit history, making them a good option for people starting their financial journey. But setting up your financial life doesn't stop with a visit to the bank. As you head off to college, it might be time to start thinking about a few other grown-up expenses. Income taxes and health insurance. Income taxes are those things that stress your parents out each and every April. It's basically a whole bunch of paperwork you have to file with the government to make sure they've taken the correct amount of money out of your paycheck that year. If you're a full-time college student, under the age of 24, and a parent or guardian pays most of your expenses, you can qualify as a dependent on their tax return. This can help reduce your parents' tax burden and might get you out of filing taxes on your own. But depending on how much income you earn, you may have to file taxes anyway. Figuring out that threshold can be complicated, since there are different income limits based on how you earn your income, which sometimes even includes your financial aid. So you'll definitely want to check out the IRS website for information about tax exemption amounts, excluded income sources, and more. Now you know why your parents have gray hair. Even if you don't have to file your taxes, it might still be a good idea. If you work at all and you get taxes pulled out of your paycheck, you might qualify for a tax refund or money back, but you won't know until you file. If you do file income taxes, they're usually due to the IRS by April 15th every year, so be sure to plan ahead. If you need help, you can see if you qualify for free tax prep based on your income. Some universities offer tax prep services too. Finally, you'll want to make sure your health insurance is in order, so you're not stuck with tons of debt when they pump your stomach after too many pizzas, or too many other things. Luckily, your school can help with that too. If you're 26 or under, you might already have insurance through your parents or guardians. But universities often offer health insurance plans for students as well, and they might be even cheaper than other plans. You can reach out to your campus health center for more information on the kinds of plans they have available. And make sure to give yourself plenty of time before the enrollment deadline to research those options, decide what's right for you, and get your information submitted without a whole big headache, or the huge bill for getting that whole big headache checked out at the campus health center. Another big financial choice to make during your time in college is whether or not to work a job. There's no denying it. There's a lot to pay for when it comes to higher education, which is why about 40% of full-time college students also work at least part-time. But be aware, working more than 20 hours a week while taking a full class load seems to have some not-so-great effects on your academics. For many students, the trick to working while in college is finding a job with the flexibility they need to balance it with their course load. Lots of students opt to work off campus at a restaurant or retail store, which is what I did, or as a babysitter or tutor, or as a driver for a rideshare company, or yes, a pizza delivery service. But there are also on-campus jobs for students. Many colleges hire student workers to do do everything from tutoring to teaching fitness classes to working at a call center. Watch out though, some of these on-campus jobs are reserved for students who apply for and receive work-study, a special kind of financial aid that grants you money in return for a certain number of hours worked. If you receive work-study, you're not guaranteed work though, and you'll be responsible for applying for one of those on-campus work-study jobs on your own. But wherever your money comes from, the final huge piece of your college financial life is going to be thinking about how to spend or save that money. A budget is a plan that helps you see how much money you have, how much you spend, and how much you can save each month. Budgeting gives you a clear pathway for meeting your financial goals, like covering your bills, paying your credit card, and beginning to save up for a rainy day, aka when your student loans are due. All while making sure you can still get the occasional late-night pizza when the craving hits. But if you run the numbers and need more space in your budget, there are plenty of creative ways to reduce your spending. Like you might opt for used textbooks from Thrift Books or Facebook Marketplace instead of shelling out for pricey new ones. Or you can ditch that paid gym membership and hit your campus rec center for your workout instead. In fact, colleges are usually full of free resources like access to printing and tutoring that can help you reduce your spending. It's also a good idea to keep a lookout for any student discounts on things like transportation, museum admission, or local stores and restaurants. 25% off means just that much more wiggle room in your budget. And keep in mind, when it comes to budgeting, there isn't one right way to do it. What works for you might not work for your roommate or lab partner because everybody's financial situation is different. Making a budget, like all of financial literacy, can be pretty personal, and it might take you a little trial and error to figure out exactly what works for you and your financial needs. In the end, learning how to manage your finances during college is about more than making sure you have cash for Crunchwraps or the latest pair of Sambas, though it's definitely a nice perk. It's about setting up the discipline and financial literacy skills you need now to help you live the type of life you want after college, like getting all the pizza delivery you want. Check out our channel for more tips on navigating college life, from managing your finances to applying to schools and choosing a major. And if you want to learn how to earn college credit with Study Hall, head to gostudyhall.com or click on the link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.